Hello, everybody. It's GL Smith, Northwest Vintage Guitars, and I'm here to tell you the story of the Yamaha Flying Samurai. But before we get started, I want you to like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check us out at nwvintageguitars.com. Check out our reverb store at Northwest Vintage Guitars. 1960s Japan was surf band crazy. The number one group was the Ventures. They could not get enough of the Ventures and their offset Moserite style guitars. Up until the Ventures hit Japan, Japan was cranking out regular looking guitars. In fact, Yamaha in 1966 had just released their first electric bass, the SB2, pretty much a J bass. It was a serious contender. I mean, at the time, an SB2 would run you about 237, 238 bucks. Well, that was more than a P bass at 221 bucks. A little bit less than a J bass at 271 bucks. So you can see Yamaha's first entry into the market, they've set their sights on the industry standard. Yamaha has always done this. Now, they go for just part of the year, and they're working on an offset body to fuel this huge demand for offset guitars. And what they end up releasing is the first Flying Samurai, and it's an SB2A. This is a reissue. This is a SBV 500, but this is what they look like. Had the two pickups, single coil pickups. They're a little further apart, a little different. Here's a picture. And they had this signature horn, this offset horn. A really cool look, very kind of Rickenbacker-y with that little horn, maybe a bit. But this was their first entry. Later that year, some say early next year, 1967, the SG5 and the SG7 are released. We have an SG5 anniversary, and these were released with high quality components. We had an SG2A in here. We had an original SG5. One thing I can say about Yamaha, the quality is incredible. They don't call them the Gibson of Japan for nothing. So yeah, you can see offset body, you know, the horn hook. This look a little familiar, a little Iceman-ish perhaps. Put it up here, it can be a little Paul Gilbert-y. This started in 1966, 67. So they ran these Flying Samurais for as long as they could ride that pony. But by the 70s, the whole offset craze really had run its course. The demand was really down, production numbers were down, and I think the latest one I saw on the regular production runs are in the early mid 70s, 72, 73, 74, and then they just kind of disappear. And in 1986, Yamaha says, hey, you remember those Flying Samurais? Maybe we should bring back those and say, hey, it's 20th anniversary because we bought them, we started in 1966 and now it's 1986, so we're going to put out these. And this is an example of one of those. This is an SG7 20th anniversary. Really cool. This one is an SG7AS. This is a 1996 anniversary. This is a 1986. The way you can tell these apart real quick is the neck pickup. Early ones at an angle, later ones straight. Simple. These are fantastic guitars, but some of the rarest ones of the line were the 12 strings. And then you say, well, not only is it a 12 string, it's a 12 string 30th anniversary limited run. So this is a SG12AS. What a beaut. We do have the arm for this. Just got the strings in today. We'll be setting her up in the next couple days and getting her on the website. But there you have it. I mean, we've got 4 of them here. I think we've got another one on the way. But how cool are these? All started in 1966. Yamaha brought out the SB2. That was their competitor to the J bass. And then they added a card up their sleeves because later on that year they said, "Hey, we got the offset." These had a run. There's a few famous musicians that played them in Tokyo. They didn't really catch on here. I got to tell you though, these have a unique tonality that may inspire you in ways that other guitars never have. These have springs under the bridge. So it gives it a certain boinginess. Really does lend itself to that surf guitar sound. It's really an incredible, it's a guitar you get lost in playing. But that's enough of that. That's the Suzuki Samurai story. They reissued some others in 2000. That bass, the red one, is from 2000. And those were made in Taiwan. Great instrument, still. Yamaha overseas saw production and everything's top notch. So that's the story of the Flying Samurai. Another bizarre guitar from Japan from the 60s and 70s and their surf craze. Man, different time. Like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check us out on Reverb at Northwest Vintage Guitars. Go to nwvintageguitars.com. See ya.